Hey, what's up, Gustavo? Yeah, one short of the standard kill there. Yeah, I know. It gives the inverse. It's weird. It's, with the RGB mod, when the EverDrive does the color glitch, it just does the inverse. It's pretty cool. Not too much. You know, I had the week off, and today's a little snowy. Got some time today, so thought I'd try some runs. Yeah, how you doing? Might as well see the swag star out here. Ding. Ding. Okay, good boost. Missed the bat there. Ding. Ding. Got him. Ding. Boost. Took off a week. Yeah, for your birthday. Yeah, it's nice not to have to work the weekend, the week or weekend of your birthday. Boost. That's too fast. You want to be intentionally quick, but not too fast. Like that. Chicken and dumplings. Why I'm so hungry right now. It's the beginning of the day. I should not be craving chicken and dumplings. It's not even on the menu this week. It's salad day. It's salad night. Boost. Oh man, this is bad flip-flop. Boost. Yeah, this week Saturdays I'm going to be in salad night. I should get some bell jars or something. You know, Gustavo, one time I had a friend of mine. He's like, what are you doing today? And I was like, I got to go to the store and get some bell jars. Actually, no, not bell jars. They're ball jars. Right? I'm saying this wrong. What am I doing? I'm not even doing the right strat here. Chicken bean burrito. Yeah, 7-Eleven's got decent food. So, like, I had to do some, storing of things. But I was actually just, like, cutting up fruit. And so, like, sometimes, like, when I cut up fruit, like, I'll put it in a ball jar, like just like a canning jar. And I'll put that in the fridge, and it'll stay in there for a little while. So you've got cut up watermelon or whatever, You want that stuff. It's good. It's good to have pre-cut fruit around because then it makes it easier to eat it, right? So when my friend was just like, what are you doing today? And I was like, because I was out of jars, right? So I was like, I got to go to the store. And I got to get some ball jars. And he got all mad at me. Like, I'm serious. He got really, like, ragey with me, and he was just like, a ball jar? What the hell is a ball jar? But he didn't say hell, right? He was just like, WTF is a ball jar? Like, he thought I was putting him on. Like, he thought I would was like making up something. Like, I was like, man, it's just a canning jar. Like a glass jar, Yeah, I didn't mean to say Bell. It's Ball. Like, it's just the name of a brand of canning jar. Ball. I think he thought I was talking about putting balls in jars. He was getting upset. He was getting all mad. He started freaking out. He started crashing out hard. He was like, a ball jar? What the hell is a ball jar? That's what I was like. I was like, dude, it's just a jar. It's like, it's a normal old canning jar. And he was like, well, why didn't you just say that? Why did you say? No, I wasn't. I was actually just like, he asked me what I was doing that day. And I was like, I got to go get ball jars. He was like, he thought I was using like some kind of terminology that he didn't understand. And that's what's really, when you think about it, that is annoying. Like when you think someone's like excluding you, with their terminology, right? So he was like, oh, I'm not up on this ball jar thing. What's a ball jar? I was like, it's just a jar. I'm out of jars. I need jars. I should have just said jars. Next time I'll just say jars. Yeah, it was funny. He was crashing out on me hard. Boost. That was funny. That is a true story. That really happened. Right. Ooh, that was interesting. Did you see that? That was a 2-for-1 late spin. I don't see that. That was a cool kill. Yeah, it's a rare kill, not typical. I wonder if you slowed down that clip, like if we popped the other dog first and then achieved the spin. It could just be your perception. Yeah, it's like I was telling somebody this week, right? Like, put the clothes in the dryer, and I had to go. You ever done this, Gustavo, where like you knew you had to like do some laundry, but then you just didn't put the clothes in the dryer, and so then you're like, I only got like 20 minutes before I gotta go, and so I gotta like quick dry these things, right? So like, quick dry, and it never works. Like something inevitably is like you got like a wet pocket, or like like a little side of your shirt is a little wet. You know what I'm talking about? can always remember that happening, like right before I was going to go skating. Like I'd need one of my skate shirts and it'd always be dirty or something. And I'd be like, all right, I got to quick wash this thing because I can't go out and like, I only had like 3 skate shirts anyway. So I was like, all right, I got to wash one of these real fast. You can get mad and retry it. Well, this used to happen to me when I was younger too, right? You know, like before school or whatever. Sometimes I would fail to save enough time to like dry my clothes, and so I would like only dry them for like 10 minutes because I was more irresponsible then. At least now I push it up to like 20 minutes. You know, Slack's right. That his video is 100% accurate. Look, you do everything that Slack was talking about. Did you watch Slack's video? It's really good. There we go. See, beating Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, now I give it 20 minutes. I've doubled my time. No, but like, so I was sort of explaining this to somebody the other day, and when this would happen when I was younger, I must have had like a look on my face because my mom would always be like, hey, were you okay today? And I'd be like, oh, my clothes are a little damp from the dryer. And then my mom would always say the same thing. She would be like, well, what makes you think you deserve dry clothes? Oh, okay. All right. And like to this day, and I try to keep that in mind. That was her subtle way of being like, you know what? You're going to leave this house with a damp shirt, and you're going to be fine. You're not going to die. Everything's going to be fine. You proceed on with your day. Exactly the same. We can 2.5. This is just mashing practice. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, I didn't really try to go fast there. Yeah, wet hair, you know, like my hair right now, bro, it's way too long. Like, it's not even long like yours. It's to the point where it's just like in my face a little bit. Like it's down, like my bangs are hanging over my glasses like a tiny bit. So I know it's too long. It doesn't even look bad. It just feels too long. And I'm the same way. Like it just is taking forever to dry. And I can tell, you know, like all the time. Like I don't want to put a hat on. You know, it's like a couple hours it takes for it's like a long process. But you know, like I always say, you can't rush the process. You know, and if you try, whew, that's a mistake. It'll lead to bad things. You know, I haven't gotten my hair cut in many months, but it's because of my own fear. Like, and I can name this for myself. Like, it's my own cowardice. Because there's a lot of barbershops around here, but, like, it's the kind of barbershop where, like, they don't speak any English. So if I'm going to go in there, I have to practice my Spanish. Like, I have to use it. And that's not like I'm that bad with my Spanish. It's just that I get so nervous. Like, I just can't. Sometimes I just can't work up the nerve. Right, and you know, every time I go in those types of situations, and I actually bring myself to the occasion, like it works out just fine. Like I go away from the conversation. Like somebody just struck up a conversation in Spanish with me totally randomly, walking into the store the other day, and like I have no idea why they started the conversation in Spanish with me. Only because like that's their primary language, but I don't know if they suspected that it was my primary language. I don't think it looks like it's my primary language, but anyhow. And it was fine. Like it was a 3-minute conversation into the store, and it was fine. So, like, and I was sort of on the spot on that one. But that's also a little different than because the haircut takes like an hour. Like that's a long time. That's a lot of vocabulary, that I don't know. So I don't know. Like I said though, like everybody that when I do try to practice it, they're always so gracious. Like, and I could just go out of the neighborhood and get a haircut, but that feels like defeating myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do that. That feels like taking the wrong road. Ding. I need, like, more confidence boosters like that, Build up my conversational stamina. Well, see, like my haircut, like they do the whole thing, they do a nice job. Like they use the clippers, but then they also go around with the scissors, and then they have to do they take care of all your edges and stuff, and then they have to go through and then do the beard stuff, and then I don't know, they go the extra mile too. Like they even like a little black mask on the nose to like help exfoliate your skin because it's just sitting there anyway, right? So this dries on there, and then they peel it off. And some of them, right, depends on the barber, but like they have little head massagers, they've got little things for your face, they've got like masks that massage your eyes. There's a whole process to it, and then they spray it down with this like scent stuff. It's nice. They do the full thing. So when you're done, you like want to take yourself out, because you feel like you're looking good. Oh, okay. That wasn't the lazy star. That was like the full star. That's the full star is a good star. It gets you everything you need. Got the pizza. Oh boy, Ryu. I don't know if that was a significant time loss. I think we're gonna be fine. Maybe I should keep going and see what the time loss is. Oh no. Boost. This is the least of our worries right now. Active RNG. Terrible. Terrible. That's fine. Take this extra Nimpo. Just cuz. And we'll use the hand that rocks the cradle and kill. It's only 7 seconds. It's fine. I mean, we can't PB, but we might as well try to beat the game. We should beat the game. Oh, I jumped too soon. See? Now I'm way off. I'll use Nate's route. With the up slashes. I like Nate's 2-form up slashes. It's totally free and easy, the whole game. Just ask Black Squall. You know, he got the 37. Effortless. No, I mean, it looked like he was making it look easy. And that was with a crappy bass, too. Like, you know, again, we don't want to poke holes in the run too soon, but, like, we've had some time now to process the run, and it's a fantastic run. It's, like, one of the cleanest runs we've ever seen. But that Bassiker is not a good fight. Like, he had to use a backup. So Retro was saying that he thinks Squally will go, you know, keep grinding. Like, I think Squally had said he was going to keep grinding. You know, maybe for a slightly lower time with the bass kill. Oops. But also maybe because then he could do it on stream. Let's see, we only lost 1/10 there. That's pretty good. It's a minimal time loss. Do. Oh, that's a good boost. You can get boosted by those bullets, so you kind of want to throw in a frame hesitation. That may have been more than one frame. It's our favorite jam. Going ham. That's not frame perfect. It's not a frame perfect jump. One pickle. It's a good pickle. It's a pickle. Oops. I used to always say, just practice the strats in run. And boost. What am I doing there? I'm just not paying attention. It's fine. It's not like it's going to PB, but like definitely messing that up. I'm going to just pay attention to where the boost is supposed to be. You been playing anything lately, Gustavo? I found an interesting video on YouTube that was like 15 Ninja Gaiden clones that you should try if you like Ninja Gaiden. It was interesting. There was like definitely some NES games on there, but then there were some newer releases from, you know, the 2010s and a few from the 2020s. Get up there. It's like Cyber Shadow was on there. But so also was Slice. What's the game I'm thinking of? Sundrinker, he plays it all the time. Well, he was playing it for a long time. Shadow of the Ninja. For the NES. Oh, is that the Mario one? The Mario themed? For March? Cancel. Ding. I don't think you can use KB's spin here. Too high. Please. Before we start the timer. Right, okay. That's what I thought. I don't like that. That's a different technique for climbing. I don't like it. Stick to my typical KBCs here. Pass speed. Is it always the same? Is it 10 games? Right, 10 games with Mario in it? Because I think Punch-Out should count. It's got Mario as the ref. Boost. It is, and it's always the same objectives. See, I like that. I like that they do not rotate the events, goals, and games. I think that makes sense. Actually, Big 20's today, isn't it? Now that I'm thinking about it, it's at noon. Yeah, and then Retro Runner's going to do a stream. I think Retro Runner's doing a stream. Probably Ninja Gaiden. I don't know what. But whatever he decides to do, it'll be fun. And then he said something about raiding into Big 20 today. That's right, that's right. Yeah, Big 20's today. I forgot. I just remembered, but I had forgotten that it was today. Well, that means Zark will be busy today. Yeah, it starts at noon Eastern Standard on Best of NES on Twitch. Boots. I'll have to see who's on the lineup this year, but like some of the games are interesting. AK's running, so like I want to see AK. So since I do have sort of some time today, like I'll probably check in on the beginning of his run. I don't think he's, you know, like his expectations I think are pretty modest. He just wants to finish, but he put some time into it this year instead of just going in somewhat like Infant Mystery style. Because Infinite almost always goes in totally blind. Like unrehearsed, like unplayed. You know. No, I was watching Juice Boy. Trying to approve his 1211. He might have even gotten a PB today. Like, I just didn't see that part of the stream. Got a nice long stream, though. Well, that was not that risky. Good boost. Alright, delivery's on time. Gotta get this pizza and blue cheese all the way to the pizza party. Come. Yeah, it looked like AK was having the most trouble with Battle Kid. But not like big time trouble, but just like definitely a little bit of trouble finishing the game. Like he's finishing the game, but it's just taking a while. Which is, I was surprised that found its way in, because like think he was at like a little over an hour to finish that game, and then he finished it in like an hour and 15. Oops. Extra spawn there. Right. So I was surprised. Like Ninja Gaiden 2, that's like a 10 or 12 minute game, even 14 or 15 minutes if you're not as rehearsed in it, right? Like you can pick up that game and still beat it in 25 minutes, right? I mean, if you really grind it out, it'll be annoying. And it might take you still even a little longer than that, but like Battle Kid, like an hour, because the one-hit death is just pretty rough. Again, there's still checkpoints and things like that make the game. Like the goal they've included isn't like the hardest, but it's still pretty hard. Like it's not as hard as Battle Kid could be. But still a good challenge. You know, I've never beaten Battle Kid myself. I have it on Switch. I should try to beat it. Like, I just haven't had enough time to play it. Like, I beat the first couple of bosses. Like, I just haven't beat the whole game. It's a really good game. I like it. I've never tried Battle Kid 2 either, so, like, usually I'll take things in sequence. Alright, a couple climbs there. I will say that like the coloring on this looks way better, which is, you know, to be expected. Like the greens are more vibrant. I survived those sugar cookies there. That's fine. Oh, standing slash is weird. One pick. Oh, what? Weird. Hitbox there. It's a little janky 4-2. It's not an NES homebrew, but it is a newer game. It was a game that was released later. You know, like Cvoc developed it, and it's been released for Switch and then also for the NES. So, like, you can purchase it. Like, if you want to. You know, some people, I think, would just get the ROM. But, you know, like, I know Cvoc, so, like, I bought the game. But, I mean, I would buy the game anyway, even if I didn't know Cvoc. You know. Like, it's not an expensive game. It's, like, $10. Like, he didn't overprice it. Yeah, so they, like, he developed it, you know, I don't know what year, but then they ported it to the NES. I actually don't know. Like, you'd have to ask him whether, like, he expects people to pay for the NES version. I don't know. But they put it in there. It's become a popular NES speedrun, too, because of, like, because of Richie and, gosh, I'm going to think who else ran Battle Kid and Battle Kid 2. Richie definitely did. Like old school Rich. Yeah, I know there's like I just can't think of it right now, but like some of that generation of speedrunner, they all ran Battle Kid and Battle Kid 2. In fact, Dave's challenge, like the one where he did like Battle Kid, I can't remember if it was Battle Kid 1 or Battle Kid 2, but he did like the ultimate hard mode where you have to go through the whole game with one life, no continues, no resets, no checkpoints. Like Richie had already done that, like a year or so ahead of time. And then Dave was like, oh, this is a really hard challenge, I'll try it. Like there was a handful of people who had already done it, and Richie was one of them. So it's been like in the NES community for a while. Like it's, I would say, feels like 10 years now, but that might not be right. Without having access to the specific date of release, you know, I would just be guesstimating. Oh, that was better. I was trouble with that screen the other day. Cancel. Alright, there are a few climbs there. Ding. Whew, that was close. Little sugar cookie action. Boost. We have the health to go for it, but it's the first run, so I'm just going to play it safe. Plus, it looked like a far back spawn, which wouldn't work. The far back spawn is not a good spawn. 37.38 is not that bad. It's not my fastest, but it's pretty average. Alright, solid 5. Yeah, it's technically possible to PB up this. Yeah, when Sivak was living in Japan, we'd see him in my stream almost, you know, certainly not every day, but like weekly. Because like the time I streamed was consistent with when he was on Twitch. Nice. Some weird 6-1 stuff there, but it's okay. KB, good KBCs. Next time, won't you spin with me? Slice, you be nice. All right, nice steady climb, not a machine gun climb. Boost. And regular exit here for any percent. All right, it's a good boost. Boost. Pretty active pattern. Boost. Bird. There will be no duel. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I didn't pick up any Nimpo. Hold on now. Please hold. Nimpo acquired. This is fast enough to PB. I can't believe it. Yeah, just on the, it's right on the brink. I don't think that's quite fast enough, but we'll see. It's a low OX. It's a 1202. That was a good run. A little bit of a trolley demon there, yeah, but I feel like our first couple of jumps in there were really solid. Like, we got enough mashes in on the first one to, like, leave only a little bit of meat on the bone there, right? So, like, the Jackio fight, same thing, right? Left 2, and then the demon fight, like, I left 1, right? So both of them could have saved about, combined, maybe 2 to 3 seconds. Which, maybe, you know, that's going to... Another 11:59. Maybe a small PB or tie the PB. Yeah, Seabox around sometimes. Yeah. Well, and then like he developed the game, I think, with the NES style platformer in mind. and then it was ported to the Switch and the Nintendo. And I don't know what other. I know it's on Steam. Like, you know, it's what other platforms I could make it available for. Yeah, so no, it's a licensed game. It's just it's kind of like if they were to release Celeste on like the NES, like an NES port of it. Like, it would be an official game, but it would have like an NES version. It should be. It is a little weird, yeah. Yeah, loads of people out there walking around in the snow. Trudging. No, some of them aren't trudging. Thought about Big 20 the first year you're streaming. Yeah, I see the appeal. You know, like, sometimes a few of the goals look interesting, but like, it's a big time sink to have to try to figure out how to be good at all of the goals in the time frame. So it's a big ask. It's a tall lift. Yeah, I like the lineups that are more like, you know, your classic games, even though I know that tends to produce the same winners year in and year out, but I don't care about that. I'd rather see games I like that, and I'd rather see, if I had to choose between the two, I'd rather see games I like and similar winners every year than, you know, new lineups of games that I've never seen or have no interest in. You know, like, that's not appealing to me. Like, I'm more of the generalized audience in that regard. Like, I'm not the specialized speedrun audience for that kind of thing. Oh, Retro World Expo, nice. You know, I'd like to see what we can do here too. Like, there's a what is it? There's some kind of East Coast gaming convention here in Boston. Is it PAX? PAX East or something like that. People I know that have gone said they weren't super impressed with it, but like, it'd be cool if we could do something there. Yeah, the last run started with a pacifist boost also, so that's fine. Here goes the bartender. Yeah, thank you for the GG, Gustavo. If I hadn't already said so. I actually don't think the boss fights there were that bad. Just the demon was probably a little bit stronger than Jackie-O. I haven't taken that knockback in ages. I can't even tell you the last time that guy knocked us back. It's a good sign. Probably means we'll PB. Listen, Gustavo, it's my industrial strength hairdryer, and I can't live without it, okay? It dries my hair. No, failed to jump there. Ding. Boost. It's a little slow on the hesitation there. That's okay. Tyson ended up being lazy. That was a good bartender. Yeah, we don't want to have to be climbing from way up from down that pillar. A pretty good bartender. I didn't realize I had 5 Nimpo there. I thought I had 0. Otherwise, I would have played that differently. And no bullets fired. And 3-1. Hopefully it throws it over our head. Nope, it was in front of us. A weird miss boost there. Jump must have been slightly late. That was a crappy demon. Mwah. 1204. Alright, be right back. We'll try again. Small moon glitch.